Yes, and this is not an issue on you. It's really looking for some answers. There's a one page here, and I'm not going to go through the whole question. Really, the question boils down to this: 1997, 2008, the berm system above Makaha Valley failed. Twice it failed now. Once at the Makaha Valley Towers, and once it failed above the Mount Olu Estates. The BWS was approached in June 2009 when concerns were raised and damages were claimed from the BWS. However, the BWS has claimed no responsibility for fixing or maintaining the drainage system situated on that property. The property belongs to the city and county of Honolulu and is administered and used by the BWS. My question as a resident of Makaha Valley is, and I'm asking the board to become involved in this, what is the BWS doing about repairing the berms? I'm not interested in who caused what. All I'm interested in is fixing those berms, maintaining those berms, so that we don't have another disaster in Makaha Valley. And there's been meetings in the last I think it was this last month, concerning flooding on the leeward coast, and I just want to say, end up with this one, the last paragraph there. Vic Gustafson, interim vice director of the State Civil Defence, recently made the following observation at a meeting held to discuss flooding issues on the leeward coast. He said, Act 76 from the 2009 session authorizes any state agency, as directed by the governor, to inspect flood hazards such as berms, ditches, and clogged streams on private property and give the landowner 10 days to fix the problem. If the property owner fails to fix the problem, the state can do it and bill the owner to put a lien on their property. My question is this: why can we as taxpayers and residents of Makaha Valley not expect the same from our government?
Mr. Chair, President DeSoto, President of the Waianae Board Association. This has come up many times before, and what we have right now is I refuse to go ahead because there's a lawsuit happening between Water Supply and Mount Olu Estates. From what we understand, there's a lot of things that, yes, we can agree to disagree, but what we know, and that's what's been happening to make sure that Water Supply, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Somebody, and we can agree to disagree, somebody went up there and cleaned up the property on Mount Olu site and bulldozed the berm. Now they're pointing to Water Supply, said Water Supply is Waianae to do that. So, no disrespect, there's things need to go on. We can agree to disagree, but when things come up this way, it should not go out because a lawsuit is going to be involved. So get the community involved. I mean, I can understand what happened in Maili or what happened in Mount Olu with the situation that's happening up there, what happened in 1998. It's completely different from what happened in 2007, 2008. So, I mean, taking no sides, but what we need to do is make sure that the T's across the I's are dotted. And we don't want to go ahead and point fingers at Water Supply and they come back at us, to do this for what somebody did not do their job. Whether it's Water Supply, whether it was the property owner that went up and bulldozed the berm there, even in 1998, with the big rains at the towers, that berm didn't come through. It happened when a bulldozer went up in there. I don't want to get involved in that. And we have the differences with Mount Olu Estate. And what I'm trying to say as president of Mount Olu Estate, let it go. We need to discuss it with not the public. We need to discuss it with Water Supply. We have our attorneys working with their attorneys. If you're going to get the whole system, the whole community involved, we call them
No. Okay, you did note it down, and you have the gentleman there, and then you can take it back to you. Okay. Thank you. Somebody else said there?
Oh, they got sued up.
Oh, okay.
So, Mr. Chair, will we get a reply from the BWS?
I'll bring back something if it says it's in legal, then I can't say too much, but that's all I can say.
Mr. Chair, I must just address this. My question is this: I understand that Mr. DeSoto is involved in a lawsuit. I'm not involved in that lawsuit. He is involved.
Yes, we are. I'm not involved with the lawsuit. You see what I'm trying to say?
Sorry,
This is
Mr.
what's going on.
Can I-
Okay,
can
it's
I-
one oral association.
Can I talk?
No, you're talking wrong.
Mr. Chair, can I finish
Okay.
my
Well,
question?
I hear
My
what
question
you-
is this, is the lawsuit is not the crux here. The crux is the system is broken. Can we get someone to fix the system? I don't mind who wins the lawsuit, or who loses it, or who defends it, or who ends up paying. My question is this: can the city and county allow a situation that exists on their land to continue? Doesn't matter who caused it. I'm not interested. I'm not involved in the lawsuit. I'm a person downgrade of that issue. So is everybody else that lives in Makaha Valley. They live downgrade of that issue. If it's not repaired, they are all exposed. That's my question. I'm not getting into the lawsuit.
Okay.
I'm not interested.
Well, she stated that she's going to get back to us at the next meeting and bring back
Thank you.
whatever information she can. If any of the committee chairs feel that this is an issue that they'd like to... No? Okay.
We don't want this in health and safety.
If the issue is already in litigation, you guys might want to just wait for what time.
We've been waiting for 2 years now, and
Well, I'm
it
thinking as a community
could be
member,
3
you're
more
waiting as a
years,
board.
and it could be. Hmm?
So you guys might put yourself in danger if the issue is in litigation, so I would just
That's
wait
what
for
we
what's
need to
time.
find out.
Thank you.
I'm
You could take it up as a committee chair, but she's already going to follow up on her end. So.
okay. Well, let me ask this then of the chair. We have an unsafe situation in Makaha. Okay, downstream people are potential being flooded from a drainage system that broke in 1997, and again in 2008. And now that it's identified, we're going to just look the other way.
No, I think because of the legal issue, yeah.
If it is in litigation. So.
Legal
Proceed
issues
as you
are
might,
wrong.
but if it is in litigation, you put the board in danger from, well, just letting the board know from taking a position as a person.
And we also might recess in December, not sure yet, but if you find out the information, can you contact us? As soon
Is your
as possible.
email on the website?
It should be.
Okay. Then I'll just email.
Yes.
I would tend to agree with Mr. Frenzel, simply because this is a health and safety issue. And we can say we'll wait until you come back, even though it is in litigation. That's a month from now. And it's already been raining 2 days. It's projected to rain for another week. So it is a health and safety issue. And someone is going to be held accountable. So I think that this board needs to pay attention to a community member when he raises a health and safety issue.
So I will. I'm going to take it back
Now, I
tomorrow.
understand, again, that it is in litigation, but if you can work with a committee who has been assigned to assist in this, and if the committee determines that it is a litigation and we should leave it alone, then we'll leave it alone. But I still think that it should go to committee, and as a responsible Waianae neighborhood board, that we need to address the health and safety issue that has been presented to us.
If you, Chairman.
So again, yeah, if you can find out.
Yeah, I'll ask
situation.
somebody. I may not be the best person to respond back.
Mhm.
I can get someone in that knows more about this to respond back to
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we can send the whatever response back to the board members. Particularly health and safety.
Well, to my knowledge, this is the first, I'm aware of the Makaha Towers incident via the media, but I'm not aware of this issue ever being brought to the neighborhood board in the past. So, and if it's in litigation, and going or not at this point, and it's so nice that people want to, turn this kind of issue over to health and safety, but I don't know the whole details behind of it. I don't know who the landowner is, state, is it city, private. I would just hold this because if this was so long ago, why are you just now addressing it?
Exactly, because it hasn't been fixed.
1983, you know, so why is
That
it?
Okay, so after you find out from your office, you know, whether it is in the litigation or not, and then we'll work together with the Health and Safety Committee to see if it's okay for you to bring it up in committee, and then we'll work with the Board of Water Supply.
Yeah, and I'll use the
You can
your
do it
office
tonight.
as my guidance
Yes.
in
Wow.
such issue. And I would like to thank Mr. Youngleson for bringing this issue to us. Thank you very much.
You see, we're going to go ahead and we can discuss this, and this is what's happening. Everybody's pointing the fingers at each other, and that has been a problem. And I got attacked by somebody that's on the neighborhood board because I had made mention in 1998 there was a natural flow that came down by the towers and knocked it down. And in 2008 or 2007, when it happened in Makaha Valley in Mauna Olu, somebody bulldozed it. So why would it come to the board all this time? Because it's in litigation. And that has been a problem. Everybody's pointing the fingers and trying not to. And Mr. Youngleson said he's not involved. No. Mauna Olu Estates, all the property owners that live in there is responsible too, because we are being sued, in the process of being sued because of what somebody did. And that has been a problem. Go ahead and talk it and bring it out and add more fuel to the fire? I don't think it's the proper way to do it. It needs to be taken care of, and I'm sorry to put her on the spot, but we have the attorneys working with our attorneys right now, trying to see what the solution was, how it came about, and then after that, that's what they're trying to do, make sure that it happens. And even with the big flooding, it came down and it went down on the road and it caused a little bit of damage on the road, but it went to somebody's property because somebody bulldozed or took the machine and went into the burn area, into the city property. They trespassed into that. Okay. And I did that at Councilmember Burke's town hall meeting too, when that thing was brought forth. And I appreciate what the council member did with his guys. You cannot discuss this if it's in litigation. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I just want to make mention of the fact that based on subtitle 213.7 of the duties of the board, all discussion and consideration of public affairs shall avoid private matters or matters under litigation. So.
Well, the key word was should.
So if you can't think.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But can I ask if part of that research you could give us an estimate of how long it will take before your drainage system is repaired? Because we've been waiting 3 years. I just want to know if we're going to wait 2 more years, 3 more years, 6 months.
So I'm just
I
try and bring
can
back
find
as much
out
information.
as much information.
Okay.
If it's in litigation,
But-
I'm not going to.
Well, the key
They
question.
won't have an answer.
Okay, so we won't know until years
If
from
it's in
now.
litigation, they're not going to tell me anything. So I can
Okay.
just have someone else.
I think you have a responsibility to the community to tell us when the downstream residents are going to be safe, regardless of any liability issue. That's our
They only
responsibility.
can do what we can do. So,
Well, you know, I get that from the city and county. I'm getting it now, and it doesn't fix the drainage problem that protects 1,500 residents below it. And that's my concern. That's Mr. Youngle's concern.
As I guess the community information person for the Board of Water Supply, she's not really the authority
I know
to
that.
make the decision. But she will try to go back and get as much information as possible so that we can move forward, yeah? Okay?
I'm the downstream Makaha citizen. I never ever was told that I'm in jeopardy. What is the procedure for you letting me know that I'm in jeopardy, for you letting me know? Only today I know I stay in jeopardy. I'm the downstream guy.
Like I said, I have to get information. I don't know anything
Okay.
about this project.
No, but if you have citizens like these guys in the neighborhood board, maybe they should have a flyer going out or something to the mainstream citizens. Saying that, hey, watch out. Just give us an heads up.
We've been trying.
I am going to give information back
Okay.
to the chairman as soon as I can get information. Like he said, we may not have a meeting next month, so if I can get information back tomorrow, I'll get information back to him. He can do whatever he needs to do with the information. I'm not saying I'm not going to answer you guys.
All I'm saying is that people are talking about the lower Makaha guys. Here I am tonight.
Well, health and safety is an important concern for our community members.
And I'm aware of that, Chairman.
Yes, and we will,
And I appreciate
also
that.
address those concerns.
Uh-huh.
But we first have to get the information from her, and she's a representative of the Board of Water Supply, not necessarily the person in the full authority to make the decisions that we may need to actually.
Actually, I'm not blaming her.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. Oh.
I just want to say last month, Senator Shimabukuro held a meeting at Maili Elementary School regarding flooding. It was in a newspaper, it was in her email, and this was the time to come out and speak to all the officials that was there. And if Mr. Youngleson have an extra copy, we have tonight in our audience is Mr. Ayla from the LNR. Perhaps you can give him a packet of yours. He's sitting right in front of you.
I can do that as well.
I'm not sure if
I
any of
did
this
also give
packet is has anything to do with the LNR. It's just for FYI.
Give her my concerns. She did, however, state that that meeting last month was particularly aimed at Nanakuli and
If it came across that way, it had to do with flooding.
yeah, I was in correspondence with her, so she did get back to me before that meeting, and she suggested that something to raise at a later date. She was really aiming at that particular district.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, and we have Representative Jordan's aide sitting next to you, Lehua, and then we have Kapua from Senator